Key point review. A mortgage is any financing instrument by which real estate is used as security for a debt. The mortgage can take the form of either a mortgage lien or a deed of trust. Hypothecation is the act of pledging property as security without relinquishing possession of the property. In a mortgage, the mortgagor borrows money from the mortgagee, and the real estate is used as security for the debt. Lien theory states have specific requirements that must be met. 1. A mortgage document is executed by the borrower and recorded in the county in which the property is located. 2. When a loan is paid in full, a defeasance clause requires the lender to execute a satisfaction that is recorded to clear title. 3. If the borrower defaults, the lender can accelerate the due date of the remaining principal balance and all other payments and costs. 4. If the borrower continues in default, the lender can bring court action called judicial foreclosure where the judge orders the property sold. The public sale is advertised, and the real estate is sold to the highest bidder. The borrower has equitable right of redemption within a time period allowed by state law, and the mortgagee may have the right to a deficiency judgment against the borrower for an unpaid balance if the sale proceeds are less than the amount owed. The lender may accept a deed in lieu of foreclosure from a defaulting borrower, but title is subject to junior liens that are eliminated in a foreclosure. A deed of trust transfers title from the grantor, trustor to a trustee, who holds it on behalf of a beneficiary. Note the following. Title theory states have specific requirements that must be met. 1. A deed of trust executed by the borrower is recorded in the county in which property is located. 2. The mortgagor transfers legal title to the mortgagee but retains equitable title and has the right to possession and use of the mortgaged property. 3. When the loan is paid in full, a defeasance clause requires the beneficiary to request the trustee to execute and deliver to the trustor a release deed to return legal title to the trustor. 4. If the borrower defaults, the lender can accelerate the due date of the remaining principal balance and all overdue costs. 5. If the borrower continues in default, a deed of trust with power of sale allows the beneficiary to ask the trustee to conduct the trustee's sale without court action. Priority of mortgages and other liens is determined by the order in which they were recorded. Priority may be changed by subordination agreement. The essential elements of a promissory note are term, promise to pay, and borrower's signature. It is a negotiable note. Special note provisions include acceleration clause, prepayment penalty clause, and due on sale clause, which will prevent future purchasers from assuming the loan. The loan payment can be remembered as PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. An escrow account may be required to create a reserve fund to ensure that future tax, property insurance, and other payments are made. If a loan has an escrow account, the loan servicer or the lender makes tax, insurance, and other payments on the borrower's behalf. The National Flood Insurance Reform Act of 1994 imposes obligations on lenders and loan servicers to set aside escrow funds for flood insurance on new loans for property in flood-prone areas. A fully amortized fixed-rate mortgage requires a constant payment amount that will completely pay off the loan with the last equal payment. Usury is the charging of interest in excess of the legal rate. The return or profit on a loan is called the yield. Discount points are charged to make up the difference between the interest rate and the lender's desired yield. Mortgage loan repayment plans include fixed rate level payment, interest only, adjustable rate, graduated payment, balloon payment, growing equity, and buy down. When property with an outstanding mortgage or deed of trust is conveyed, the new owner may take title in one of two ways, if allowed by the loan document. Subject to, the new owner makes payments on existing loans but is not personally liable if the property is sold upon default and proceeds of the sale do not satisfy debt. Assuming the existing mortgage or deed of trust and agreeing to pay the debt, where the new owner takes personal responsibility for existing loans and is subject to a deficiency judgment if the property is sold on default and proceeds of the sale do not satisfy the debt.